Uh, you don't know me, I'm Conrad. Less relevant at the moment. I intend to drop some information. Subject and focus. Let's update our government. And this thing is telling me a bunch of shit. Blah, blah, blah. Get out of here. In live video. I don't believe you posted a live video anymore. And yet, maybe. It's recording again. Great. I typed up a whole page for you, discussing update our government. And right before I was done, it was like something malfunctioned and disappeared yet again. And every time I touch these subjects, things like this happen. So I intend to keep going. And if this video sucks, sorry. Hopefully the audio makes it to you. With as simple an action as arguing on a personal level, we can make a lot of progress that has stagnated presently. In our system, in our present setup, we are running on archaic systems, and we really need to take advantage of our technology and progress as individuals. With our cell phones and these laptops, your social media, we have the capacity to communicate and be heard. It's never been possible before. Right now, even at our government, even at the town hall level, I've never seen one that has enough room to hold the whole town in town hall for that conversation. Anything related to our government, like maybe a few heads of the show, but if anywhere near the whole town showed up, it'd be littering in the street. And even if you had the building big enough to hold everybody in town so we could argue whatever the hell's going on with our government, that there's no way to hear everybody. Just the din alone of all the voices would make the whole point moot. But with our ability to text and servers, chat log, you have a new opportunity to where we could organize a live argument at the town level or larger. But I argue the town level is your best option for right now because this has never been attempted before, and most people, up until now, I doubt would even consider it, to be perfectly honest. If it's something as simple as you organize it in pods of 10, right? So 10 people, so that we can have some sort of organizing to potentially 1,000 plus people. That's a small town. 1,000 people, that's a lot. That you could organize a layered chat room that has slower input the further up you go. So a pod of 10 people, basic concept, right, is in the town. Maybe it's random generated to who's in my pod with me. But we can argue in our little chat bubbles, whatever, without a limit. And our peers have the right to mute us if they can't stand us, right? If they like one of our comments or what we're saying, that potentially they can vote on that and send it up. Now, outside of that, we should have access to post within these brackets. If you do 10 ahead, right, so 10's the pod argument on a no limit basis, and then you put like a 1 minute response for like what you can post at the next level, and then a 1 minute lag each time you go up. So I could post to 100 people once a minute versus my group of people. We could be arguing in real time. These are just rough stats, okay? And up is another minute slow, right? Even in that format, you're liable to only get 1 or 2 questions in that your whole town might see. But relevant to the town, like if I only got 1 question to my town, I advise like taking your time to argue with the pod, and inside of your pod, and then push forward a real solid question or idea that we can offer to everyone and argue. With that tool, like, I'd limit it to an hour session, because even if you did pull it off, you would blow your froggy mind on all the stuff that we want to address. But that we could literally argue for our rights as citizenry instead of waiting forever for an individual to handle a workload that's way beyond capacity. Like, there's no, like, the more you put a single person in charge, the more you don't have the, like, they can't address what everybody is hearing, like, or speaking. Like, one person speaking for 1,000 people cannot satisfy all of them. But 1,000 people arguing for themselves could easily negotiate. It might be difficult, but it could negotiate amongst themselves for real difference, real change. And I think we should use this tool. I know it's just a proposed one, but we can affect change. Your voice matters. I have a million ideas that can make this world better, but most of it's just algorithms, and none of it works without people. I don't wish to be a leader. I don't wish money, power, and fame. I'm trying to tell you, if we could consider working together and arguing for our rights, so we could see that happen, and literally in front of us. You'd be a part of your government. I'm going to leave that now. Trying to drop my progress as I go into my own personal shit that I need to deal with. So I'm trying to shed this and leave it in your hands. Maybe I'm just a nutcase, but I believe my math is solid, and please consider talking to somebody else about this and whether or not they think it would work. I guarantee by the math it will. And I think it's inevitable. But I advise we do it sooner rather than later, because everything is in a shithole, and I have plenty of ideas for fixing our economy and all sorts of other things, but I don't intend to do that alone, and I'm not going to build some platform where I march off in an important. If you can't argue with me on a collective basis where I'm just one amongst many, then I'll just share my ideas, and you can slowly leak them out the sides if that's all it ever amounts to be, and I will move on with my life personally. All right? Anyhow, good luck to you. Good luck to us all. Stay safe. And thank you for your time and patience.